Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Adventures in the TARDIS with me, Tashi, and the author, Gresham, who is hiding somewhere.
Where you'll never suspect.
No.
Hi, do you remember what happened last time? Because it was a little bit longer ago than usual.
Do I remember what happened last time? Well, they went inside the planet, and Mr. Swift met with Ariana. Oh,
One
sorry,
more
I
character
am.
earlier than that.
Yeah, Resta is there as well, and also the maid, who is looking after Resta at the moment.
We never saw her, but we heard from her. She knocked on the door to check on Princess Arielza. She was fine.
I mean, we never
And
saw her, but probably Ariana and Resta saw her.
yeah, Arielza trusts her.
So we have no reason to untrust her. Unlike Resta.
Okay. Well then, at least Derpy has a vase.
Once again, I don't trust Resta himself, I don't trust his memories.
Okay.
He might be
But,
just being hypnotized into...
But Dispatcher's A-okay, right?
Yeah, I am getting messed up. I am trusting the one who is chasing you, and I am not trusting the one who is with you.
Right. Because that's how it works.
Keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer. But here we are. Let's continue where we left off. Let's start a secret allegiance. Between who? That can be a lot of things. That can be the Doctor, that can be the Master, that can be the Wizard, that can be... Rector? There's a lot of secret allegiances in this story.
There's actually a chapter title ahead of this one that's kind of the opposite of this one.
And it's a not so secret opponent. Let's see, some normal music for now. We will see where we go from there.
They went to the cathedral, if that helps.
Yeah.
And that was their plan before, so that's really not much of a spoiler.
Yeah, this now how music can work.
Okay.
Also, just to notify you, my throat is sore, by the way, so I don't know if it's gonna be short or long. Because the illness is still in there, but I'm here.
Okay.
Nothing occurred to me that my Princess Ariana and I on our way to the Grand Cathedral. We faced several on our maids, servants, and guards who recognized us on sight. Did you recognize you?
Did say us.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me in the least that they recognize my escort, but the reason that it surprises me is because none of them are chasing me. If I were a criminal and get attached, why would it surprise you? You are in disguise, remember? I just gave you clothes.
Yeah.
They might think, it depends on what you are wearing, but they might think that you are actually a maid, right?
Right.
We talked about that, he is wearing a maid. Instead of that, they react to me and then they see the ghost return from the dead. Yeah! I'm pretty sure the wizard didn't take fire all of your stuff. at least on the lower levels, he let them work for him. So
Well, sure.
obviously,
They got a lot of experience, so they probably do a good job.
yeah. Variety Silver's matter has been proved up because of the outfit my wife gave me. You know, the one that I was wearing my whole life, but I don't remember. It didn't strike me at all. That is the only dividing line, allowing this boy to recognize me as the former Sultan or not. I mean, no, because you are the former Sultan. Like, and if I would be surprised if someone walks up to me, "Hi, are you Takashi?" I mean, I would be surprised because I'm pretty sure not many of Hungarians are watching me. Especially because I'm talking English.
Yeah, I know. That was one of the things I was thinking about. And also, the channel's not very large, but for most people though, the area they tend to be famous tends to be the local area.
Yeah? But yeah, this surface, that surface strange too. Why am I struggling with this sentence? That's strange as well. I'm divided on that point. One of me recognizes a lot regarding me, and if I'm the Sultan, yet another part of me keeps expecting to wake up from this sleep. Considering the fact that a bunch of allocated elements are part of this galaxy as well, like fire, water, wind, and earth, but then the fire nature effect, then that only reflects in my subconscious belief that it has been a dream. It has to be a dream. Which part? You becoming a thief or you becoming the Sultan?
You take the blue pill, and you wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
I mean, it's very fun that the whole thing is actually just from the moment they went into the hotel in the very first episode, it's just a dream and he's still just melting away into a portrait. I mean, we can at least with the option of that. This might be just a female thing.
Yeah, Who's been occasionally that crazy.
I mean, I did put it in, not CND, but the other RPG, right, where I was being the TM, that they went on a whole lot of segments, they were already level 12. I mean, not level 12, but level 12 as D&D standards. And they woke up at level 1. Because nothing happened. Everything was just a game. They failed to defeat the first boss. And that's how you start a whole segway. If your players are too strong. If I listen to Notion for a moment and convince myself that this is real, then I also acknowledge several other points that go along with this. Now that I'm trusting the police in the open and being recognized as the opera's former sultan, who returned from the dead, then it's only a matter of time before the antagonists of this adventure make a move as well. I mean, yeah, world spreads real fast, and even the wars have ideas. Somebody is going to report to them the fact that I have returned. It's only might not even intend any harm in this action, but nevertheless, it's going to start a reaction from this picture and game world. When it does, they will most likely be hostile, or most likely will be acting like they are hostile.
Oh, well, that might remind you of the title of the chapter, in case that's any potential connotation.
Yeah? What's really first about worth me about that is the secret site, the special command. But then leave, they still say that outside. But I mean one that Galvatio has been augmented far beyond the decay most people would expect him to be. There's no telling how many spores he has out there either. Or what he will command them to do too. Yeah, but even the spores are not weak to sunlight.
Right.
Putting my wife beside me, and he has in my mind, no. Yeah, because she has to be the sun in your life, right?
Right.
It's almost as if I can absorb her confidence to onboard it. How do you even know that word? But watching her talk through this place with confidence and authority, I feel that as if it's easier to hold my head high as well. Right now, it kind of feels like I'm being a fool. Like I'm a fool being exalted by powerful adults. Which is ironic, considering I was the one who just grew up here. But eventually I might get my groove back in this place. Yeah, you might actually get your approach your groove.
And then once he does, you better not disturb it.
I mean, in the sense that isn't that far, they were not a pony, but they were a llama.
Oh man, what if they have a potion to transform ponies into humans? Wouldn't that be a terror?
Now I'm gonna wait for Galvatia to thank him but to pull the lever.
Why do we even have that thing?
I mean, if Game was placing part right, then he might actually accidentally pull the wrong lever. I think you press start, however. There's a part of me that laments that transition. In order for this life to become my own norm, the one I had must be more or less abundant. I mean, yeah, it is literally the opposite of your life. Here I'm making comfort, security, and authority again. And you can have your team of thieves on your behalf.
Well, yeah, if you want Red Star to be in your life, just bring him closer to this lifestyle. He'd
Yeah.
probably appreciate it too.
Besides all of that, the prospect of the shift still makes me sad. And even if I'm right and he works for Vidya, hypnotized or not, he may still work for you if the Grand Vidya is taken care of, because he probably doesn't expect the Vidya. He might be afraid or hypnotized. That's it.
Right.
When each time we meet, I keep setting you up. I keep expecting the both spirits to be aimed at me, or similar to him from the heat, while the wind is chasing me down and screams like a mad pony. That can't happen. The experience has been so ingrained in me suddenly, it keeps catching me off guard, but they both bow to me instead. Think about it. What would have happened to Odin if the captain would have recognized him? And that didn't happen, right?
You know, everyone fell for the disguise, apparently, as I recall. I'm trying to think when that finally stopped. And I believe he's in his normal outfit when people really started to recognize him. It was Jasmine who caught on first, though.
Yeah.
And more because of behavior rather than the attire. She was smart enough to catch on.
I mean, to be fair, and I'm sorry you're saying this, to be fair, The princess is known for wearing disguise outside. So she might be seeing through disguises for others as well.
Okay.
To be fair, the princess is with me too. Wait, what if Jasmine actually told us, oh wait, you are not a princess from the States, but she might be, you might actually be a prince that is doing the same that I am doing and just going along the streets as a lowborn.
Now,
With
to
this
really
guy.
make the narrative fit in Aladdin, I don't think this is an issue with glasses on, glasses off in Superman. The genie was there too. So everyone may have been enchanted to believe he was a prince while he was wearing that outfit.
I mean, they might have seen a different face altogether.
Possibly. Yeah. Which wouldn't matter if they never saw Aladdin's original face.
Yeah?
In that case, the prince is the first and true identity to them. There's nothing to contradict it. Like her
Also,
father. The first time he met Aladdin was as Prince Ali Labi or something.
yeah. I don't know what, I know it was Ollie, but I don't know what the full name was.
Actually, that might have been
No, it
it
was
right there.
Alibaba.
Ali
I
Baba?
remember
Oh,
Alibaba.
Prince Ali. Prince Ali was in part of the song.
Yeah. But it might be part of it why they didn't recognize him, because most of the servants are not supposed to look directly in the face of the sultan or prince. That might be part of it.
Yeah, that might be true. Yeah. Um, you know, Jafar was also there, and for quite a while did not recognize Aladdin either.
I
And
mean,
I know he looked him at the face suspiciously, or rather, actually annoyed. Is what I recall.
I mean,
For
he didn't believe that he died, right? So,
that's another factor. Yeah, he did believe Aladdin died, but still, it's the same face, and he did not recognize him.
yeah.
So yeah, but the genie was there too. So yeah, that would make sense if they were enchanted to not see Aladdin's, or to at least recognize Aladdin, even if they met him.
But yeah, there is no genie here. At least for all we know.
There are several characters here that can kind of take that role, and you've already labeled Dispatcher to Jafar, which makes sense. He had the hypnotized staff.
I mean, in the sense, I will have to name the master to be the genie. Because he is the one who is playing with illusion.
Right. Yeah, he did have some theatrics.
To be fair, the princess is with me too. But she started unlikely to be the one that caused the sun causing and no reaction. Most of them looked like they are begging me to give them permission to ask me a question. Or none. Or even more. But all this is going on. That's formulating in the back of my mind. That's the part of me that's saying, what? In just in case and this is all true, and there's a thing that needs to be settled in this country before I can relax. Did you know the least? A plan that to give me. Oh! This was not mentioned before, that was a list Dr. gave you.
No, not the list, but the plan, yes. He said that straight to his face.
Yeah.
And one layer of it we know is the case is he needs to get that brass sphere that is the ship of the Symbite.
I mean, that's why they came here.
Uh-huh.
Because it was supposed to be in the casino. Yeah, I'm not in the casino yet.
And it was Ariosa herself that tipped him off to that. The brass sphere was worshipped as a holy object here. She had no idea what it really was.
Let me find from my music.
It's interesting you switch to that music just when they get to the cathedral. And they face a battle there. Round 1. Fight! Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Sounds a bit ethereal.
No, not because it's about the music. I just realized that. It's speeding up.
It kind of sounded like dungeon music to me, but an action dungeon.
Yeah, and I said
This
it is.
this thing has a lot of battle music in it, doesn't it? What is it called, Yeez?
Yes, it has a lot of. I mean, it's an action RPG, so obviously it has a lot of battle music.
Yeah, that makes sense. There should be atmosphere music in there too, like
There you go.
music for the dungeon. Okay. Seems like something for a gala.
Yeah, it is in the gala. But the thing is, I get to dinner. I don't get much time to talk in the atmosphere of the space. In what area that I know, it leaves me stunned. I might blow with recognition and unfamiliar awe. Part of me was that in this space it uses on me, and the gratitude on the number as well. Probably is.
Yeah, even on Earth, there is some amazing cathedrals out there in the world.
Yeah?
Probably where some you might expect the most, and others may surprise you.
Maybe from the sheer openness of this place, there is another chance that even for fully accustomed to royal luxury, it feels like comparing.
I think you missed a word there. There's certainly a chance of that, even for a pony accustomed to royal luxury.
Yeah, I said it was probably needed to. The mic might not have picked it up.
Okay.
It feels like comparing a royal throne to a mortal realm, to a divine throne among the gods. I mean, for some ponies, there is no difference between those. I think just like Celestia, right?
Well, remember, this was a wealthy country. This is where some of the funds may have been funneled to.
Let me describe this. It's like comparing my Sultan throne into Celestial.
Okay.
They said to me about this sheer open space, the acoustic here, the architecture, the incredible magnificence, and masterful art that can make a sense of otherworldly presence. So, wait. I mean, yeah, your god, Celestia, is actually here. Not so far. I suppose your trust in this space is bound to feel smaller in comparison. I can't help but wonder if Celestia would feel the same in this place. And it morass my mind to think I may soon get the chance to ask her. I mean, we never seen any cathedrals or temples, but yeah, we didn't see any temples either.
It's interesting that you considered Princess Celestia here because in the same paragraph, a little bit later, Swiftwift agreed with you. He too wondered what she'd think, or what she would think in this place.
Yeah, I'm wondering who they are paying for in this cathedral.
Hmm. Let's read on.
However, before I become fully absorbed and digest again on this place, the business and I meet other encounter that neither of us can afford to ignore. For he is none other than Captain Gilbert. Ah, hi there, friend. I keep getting closer by different reaction of this guard, that I expected until I get to my right. Other than the fact that the princess is still standing beside me. Oh, why are you surprised by that? Which is yet another element.
Go ahead.
I have to get used to again.
Okay, I'll explain that. And though he might be doing it in just a moment, he is still reflexively feeling like he's about to be chased, especially by this guy. But then he looks to his side, he sees the prince, and like, oh, that might explain why he's not chasing me right now. Because
I mean,
she's witnessing this too.
what is so surprising about the princess visiting the casino with her guest of random nobility?
There's nothing abnormal about that, but it's adjusting the reaction of this encounter in a way that he's not accustomed to.
But it depends on how you react to seeing everything involved. You should keep your cool at this moment. Otherwise he will get suspicious as well.
Right.
Once again, I keep expecting someone like the captain to immediately manage his sword and demand something. Like for me to step away from the princess. And if mere presence next to her, they test her somehow. Instead, I'm surprised to see him remain still. I mean, most of yours remain still unless you get close. In fact, we don't know if he is guarding the orb or the vision is here or something like that.
Yeah, we don't know.
There's a very right look from to his face, and yet, for some reason, a hint of relief as well. Also, remember, his task was to chase a thief, not the Sultan, not the former Sultan.
Oh yeah.
Right now, you are here as the former Sultan. Or at least just a normal pony. The hero stared at each other for several tense moments. Then I pull out my gun and shoot him. I'm not exactly sure how long until my right this kind of tension might picking up. Captain? She started with another acknowledgement. It might be evident to you by now that you have some explaining to do. Indeed, Princess. Captain must acknowledge it. I know Shattered, but he finds that the always like simulator, and he does it slowly too. As for the dramatic effect, before going forward, there is something setting that can happen. One of them I don't believe is gonna happen.
Okay, what's that? What's the least likely?
The least likely is to start chasing after them. At least the Shodan.
So he goes on the attack.
No, he's not gonna do that.
Okay.
It's gonna be either put it down on the floor, showing that he is not attacked, or actually present the option to take his own life for even attacking the Sultan.
Okay. Well, let's see which one of those is correct. Read on.
Well done.
Second line starts with the word however.
However, after he nodded, he took it to the ground. I mean, almost. I thought he was putting it down slowly. But, yeah, that's verse 2. Was it an incredible acoustic of the or the game one is the one who made it not to miss and the intense echoing sound of metal clanging in this whole room. I'm not gonna play the metal 5 sound, but I could. And the later he probably managed to resist that reaction because he was the one expecting that sound. Was that really necessary? Yeah, what I said. You could have put it down normally. Like the gym road. Right with the heavy weight. But the others, bomb. They could put it down slowly. But it asked with a beat, and the hint of annoyance in her voice. That, he pointed out at his own son, is something a real god of this place should never do. I can hear one of senior authority. However, in this case, I made this gesture to convey my surrender and my resignation. From who? That is a really good question. Are you resigning of being a real god entirely, or are you resigning from obeying the Sultan and you are signing with the Vizier now? It can convey many feelings, right?
Eh? As you read on, you'll find the ones he's speaking to agrees with you.
Resignation? Made it and I asked him simultaneously. We looked at each other, long enough to notice the sound expression on most of our faces. I mean, I was kind of right about doing a suicide. It is probably the closest you can actually do right now. That isn't necessarily
So far, you look like you're on track about Grimwald's secret allegiance, and you detailed that long ago. I think since the first chapter was introduced.
yeah. We most at each other long enough to notice the thousand expression on most of our faces. A message in the first to turn back to him and say, I acknowledge your gesture, Captain, but I don't accept your resignation yet until I receive a satisfying explanation. Until I do expect your resignation, you are still under my authority. Ah, this is the little gate that gives you the hero to give what will say as the royal god after letting by the throne. I'm correct right now that in the end they will tell him that, oh, you didn't resign, I didn't accept your resignation yet. Because
to a lesser extent, that was said right now.
yeah, so literally, I'm pretty sure that if a royal god resigns or gets fired, they cannot be a royal captain again. But this is the way that they can just tie him down. Or they can figure out yourself too. Oh, no, that is actually. Fair enough. It was accepted in the game note. Yeah, and also you are not employed by a normal person. You are employed by the Sultan. It's not like, oh, I resigned. No. You are either fired or you stay there. Right?
According to his backstory, which was mentioned, no, it's not. It was not mentioned. It's in this chapter. Never mind. Just continue. I'll leave it at that.
It should be pretty evident to your husband that I was hired by Gabriel in this picture, and he did that because of my history. I was once a former slave, you see, or that I am in most sad to be formed a gladiator. A former slave, you see, like a certain North Star.
Right.
The reason I stand before you today, with the authority against to me, because of the sacrifice many other opponents were forced to make before my blade. I was good at my job. That means I have talent, and this man wanted that for an old land. And for the reason that you were a gladiator, he thought that you would be easy to sway, and you play your part well, to make him believe that you are actually working for him. Good job.
That could be. Let's see.
For whatever reason, he used to have my loyalty to move. Not because of the favor he gets in me. Was for freeing me, sort of, and made me captain of the guard. Wait, so you were not the captain of the guard before, or not even part of the guard before, and the Sultan
Yep.
was here.
Yeah, it was actually the dispatcher that freed him and then appointed him to the captain of the Royal Guard. So Nanpor didn't do it, but he should still be under the authority of Princess Arielza.
Yeah? I told that he was already a captain guard before. But this is a little bit of things.
No,
But
no,
yeah.
it makes more sense for dispatcher to hire A, talented people, and B, those who would not recognize the Sultan. So therefore, they shouldn't have any loyalty to him when they start chasing after him. That's from dispatcher's perspective.
I mean, yeah, it's like thinking that none of the normal citizens should have any loyalty to the Sultan, right? Because they are not employed by him.
Right.
I
And in the
also,
beginning of this paragraph, you explained that's why the vizier used to have his loyalty, but emphasize used to. Something changed since that
also, you know,
upper part of the paragraph.
this changes the whole thing. He is resigning from working from the dispatcher.
That
Because
might be
he
the
never
case.
worked for the Sultan.
Right.
I also enjoy the fact that I had the legal right to bandage and wield my blade. Right, because normal citizens are not supposed to have any blade.
Right, but he needs a weapon in order to enforce the law.
Yeah. There's one exception though, who might have a blade. A blacksmith.
Of course.
On the flip side, I also competed with the video because I knew how powerful his secretly was and still is. Is it loyalty? I guess you can say that. I mean loyalty out of fear, yes. We can so closely resemble that sometimes. I can be intimidating, but you do not want to meet this picture in the dark corner for night and night. I mean, yeah, you want to meet him in the daylight, where he is doing anything.
He could just kick his ass at that point.
You don't even have to. You are the one at that moment.
Right.
I mean, we don't know if the sunlight gets him or just forgets him. But he's not stupid enough to go in there.
Right.
I've seen enough of that what happens with victims to know how easily he could also dispatch me if he wanted to. Nobody else in this place knows how easy the tall and likely stallion. So that's a limited anybody in this way. I am truly on the description that they are tall and like Mr. Jafar.
Right.
He's not a pony anymore. Assuming he ever was. He said the stallion is a monster. I mean, literally. We are talking about monsters and this Ghana music is still playing in the background. But we are in the casino, so.
It's a monster at a dainty little tea party.
Yeah, I'm imagining what is it called in English? Mustang. Having a tea party.
Another music that could fit this theme might be something more serious. Like a serious conversation.
I mean,
I
we
don't know if you
didn't
find
know.
that either. But that's another thing that fits. Probably even more than this, actually.
Let me see if I can find something. Not much, huh?
Pretty casual.
I'm pretty sure that is from the. Just have to find it. That's a matter of music.
Man, there was. I know you can't use it, but there's plenty of musics like that in Final Fantasy Tactics. Conversations between.
It is a dungeon music.
Final Fantasy Tactics is what I meant.
Yeah, Final Fantasy I can't use.
Yeah, I know.
I can't even use the so far at the end.
It's a little music box.
There you go. Oh god, I literally don't find the one I was searching for. There we go. And that's the one I'm searching for, but at least this is Karma. And actually, it's more serious music than the Cathedral.
You haven't read the paragraph.
I suppose when you want to look at me fondly. The look I have never seen from this guy before. I mean, yeah, because he always looked at you as a thief. The reason I am actually ethically switch my ideas to you, my liege, because of what you did for I saw. You must tell me. And I said, like someone who was a slave as well, right?
Right.
Once again, it is not surprising. This one, I think I'm back to ask, and I think I'm back. Oh yes, to me? You gave me so much grief. You chased me through the streets so many times. Yeah, that's all I had. That's all I did. You think I could never catch you? Ah! Ah! Right, but I had to. Yeah, but I know it's been a lot. Must have caught your attention by now. But the guard here in the palace recognized I give deference to you, my liege. Given the fact, don't you think it's odd that the ones who followed my orders on the street didn't recognize you? Not really. I applied and I calmed down a little. I'm not an idiot, no I was born yesterday. I mean you kinda was remembering your stuff yesterday, so... Here the ones who followed you on the streets were also fired by this picture. And then it was more recently. Recently of them they wouldn't recognize me outside. Correct. You must agree with the Lord. That also means they fought to him too. And if it became obvious that I was getting you mercy, then this picture would in turn would get me more. None. Not more.
I got some. I got
mean
some more mercy in my pocket here. Here, have some mercy. Want some more? Please,
I
sir.
am
Yeah,
sparing
have some
you
more.
from being alive. Oh! I came with a surprise thing. Furthermore, if it became clear to them that I escaped allegiance to you, then not only would I be disposed of, but the next person he hired me for this job, I hired for this job, but see it more seriously. You must explain. Sure, I chased you down and made a good show of it, but behind the scenes, I summoned my home down with from Nile, where some of my gentlemen had been captured. I saw instead, and used him as a hostage to hear your cooperation. Yeah, you might be separated, but you had a little kid when you remember? I think you were sympathetic for yourself, because you were a former slave yourself. Come spend this area, sympathetic and advocating guest. I hate sailors. I ate them for breakfast.
You know, if you click that read thing, the AI will pronounce it slavers.
I hate slavers.
Come on. I hate Temos. There you go.
They slaver things all over my burger, and it's just really terrible after that.
You're more talented than the person crowd. But untruly, I despise them. Just well, just as well, I somewhat despise myself for being forced to look the other way by the operating on the stage. She said, I don't know why this particular got done favorably, but I understand that there is some pushing behind the scenes. He has like he owes them some favors or something. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. For his fault, he seems to be a excellent alliance. His enemy has some hold over him. I mean, sadly we know that the slavers are the ones who have the most money in the city. And if you have money, you have power.
Well, under Nanpor's rule, that didn't used to be the case, but ever since Dispatcher took over, they became to be. There's a lot. They're still illegal, but there's less enforcement. So, if you look at this in a broader perspective, the slavers saw Nanpor as an enemy to get out of the way, in favor of another who would be more cooperative with them.
Yeah? It is literally, I will turn a blind eye to it. I will say it's illegal, but I will turn a blind eye when I see you doing illegal stuff. You just have to give me some money, give me some of your votes that I am actually the sultan, and that's all.
Yeah, the slavers may have done something to help get Dispatcher in power in the first place, or to get to, the near the Sultan's position, so that he might take it over one day.
And we will know that if someone opposing this picture might be disappearing to slavers, right?
Heh, or worse, against Dispatcher, because he can enslave others too in a different way, or just kill them because to, for a meal.
Yeah, but it's easier to not have any ties to it. It wasn't me, I didn't do anything, it wasn't slavers, I don't know who did it.
Yeah, and we already know there's one of his spawns among the a powerful thieves guild who recently rose to power ever since Dispatcher took over.
I mean, for all we know, even all the slavers might be spawned.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever the case may be, he has ordered me and my standards to turn a blind eye to occasion literally what I said.
Yeah.
I have never defied another order he has given me more, but I had to do it. Not because of the legal authority he has for the moment, but also because of the secret strength he hides in the shadows. There might be other shady allegiances and alliances as well. I almost asked what is the difference between allegiance and alliance, but I realized the difference is alliance is two sides. Alliance is one to one. Like a slave to not the same.
They
Like,
got some similarities too.
yeah. But a sultan doesn't have allegiance to the god. But the god has allegiance to the sultan. Right, the
Right.
alliance is two ways. Who knows? But for me, personally, everything changed when I noticed that you, buddy, suddenly broke into the slavery compound and filled all of their so-called merchandise. But you passed to cow and loving race I saw, you were saying. And you didn't even have your memory. For so long, I wanted to convey how proud I was of you for that. But under the watchful eyes of the media, I was forced to hold my silence. So, I was saying that I love to pretend to chase you down and make you sure of it. Not only protect my own life, but also to protect yours, sort of. I mean, if I am chasing you, then no one else is not. I should also make it clear that my job will never specifically kill you. In fact, I would actually forbid them to do that. According to him, a foreign can suffer more if he or she is everything is done. I mean, that is why they are not doing what is it called? Killing sentences anymore. They have prison for life, but not sentenced to death anymore. So in that sense, the VCR is right. You cannot be more suffering more if you are
In
dead.
this country, it is occasionally been known by the term capital punishment. I think that was something that's been inlawed and outlawed in various specific states.
Yeah. Maybe we don't know which is better. If they are alive and die. I mean, we know capital punishment is something that goes for murderers. But I don't know which is better for them. And for the people who are alive.
You could see several arguments on both sides. If the person's really guilty, then sending them to prison for life is consuming resources for the state throughout their entire life. Although they could pay a little bit back through some labor. On the flip side, if they happen to be innocent and you killed them, it's too late to take it back.
Yeah. I mean, if they are innocent and they are there for like 30 years and then, oh wait, we were wrong. It's not too late either, wait.
Yeah.
I wasn't even supposed to capture you either. At first, my job was to offer you up on the top. That is arrange an opportunity for you to escape. Just like what the guard did. In Ireland.
He has to. He actually has to point that out now because Swifthoof is so good. He was able to stay one head step ahead of the law. It was a struggle sometimes, but he still succeeded.
No, my goal was to convince you that the Red Sands were the only family you would ever control. Therefore, convince you to bind your allegiance to them all the tighter. This was wanted you to become a force that stood for the right thing you was opposed. I mean, he didn't oppose theory. He opposed being poor over everyone else, right?
Well, it makes some sense where the Sultan's supposed to enforce the laws. He's also the guy who's making them, right? And
Yeah.
criminal elements fly in the face of that. So there's at least some tension there because of that. But if you're smart and resourceful, you actually still might be able to utilize the criminal element to your advantage. And it's even more likely that Nanpor will be doing that from now on.
Yeah. It wouldn't even surprise me if he had hope that he would even become a slave one day. And even if you get your memories back later on, you will be broken because you remember how many awful things you have done.
Yeah. So, in a nutshell, you can see from that paragraph what Dispatcher's revenge scheme was basically the outline of it.
Yeah. In that case, why convert all of this to us now? I think with him. Me and you are here, maybe. I mean, as a stranger, when I was chasing you, wouldn't you have stopped if I decided to talk to you? No. So, also, that means there are no other bonus here, probably. Also, give me a second. I'm going to go grab some tea.
Okay.
I'm back. There are several reasons for that. In one sense, my thing is loyalty to you, for one thing, and for the reason I specified. For two, there is the princess here. It's a benevolent lord to her. You know this? It seems clear to me the jump anime. You probably all explain to you who you are. Which time I am some of this special plan. All I'm really doing is confirming that what you already know, and from my own personal motivation. You must give me the basic stab, as you want to say. The second reason I am telling you this, because this special grand design, this understands me, all the more. And next time, I'm not just talking about my own life. He has aimed to capture and then save none other than Princess Tassia herself. And if he does that, he might as well rule the world. And if he does that, it won't let me a good world. Which he said with a grim look on his face. At the point, it doesn't matter how many nations I retire from my service to him. Under his rule, I'm half expecting to the windy also to return. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned that, right?
You might have, yeah.
Even if they don't, the world may be missed in first and shadows for different reasons anyway. Which means there's no safety anymore. For any pony anywhere, ever on world. There's the order in this case. Actually, no. The Windigos only return if there's no dancing and happiness all around. And all the harmony.
Yeah, he's thinking the spatula will bring the world to such brink of misery that would encourage the Wendigos to return. But even if they don't, there'll probably be no sunlight anywhere. So you're going to have a land of frost for that reason too.
But if every pony is what's it called? The ghoul. Let's call them ghouls. Then it doesn't really matter. Right?
Change in status might be required just to survive, yeah.
He once again, he said, I mean not to me what you consider a good pony. But the particular missions are the whole different level. Now it's getting so bad that even I am willing to make a noble sacrifice. If that's all it takes to stop him. You know my history. I'm not even a fan of this one, but I certainly don't hate it that much. Actually, the thing I want for what I want to get even worse. With an Ariana and I give each other talent, meaningful look for a while. But honestly, emotions is decision. During that time, I also even more about and how deep I connection to each other is. It's like we are finishing each other's sandwiches. This is a familiar pang of fondness for her. The familiar pang of fondness. This reminds me of that stupid anime I have watched. The hottest girl was who really love you. I'm not gonna say it 100 times, by the way, because that's the whole title. If everything you have told me to is true, I will prove that for you. I say, and I look back at my former melody. I see shame attached in your eyes. You know that? I will like to give you a chance to redeem yourself. If you have a stake down this picture, I will pour on all the crimes you have committed against me and this nation. What crimes are you talking about? He didn't do anything.
He killed the slavers, which was the law.
I mean,
and there might be something treasonous about trying to chase down the Sultan.
no religion is the Sultan. That's the point. But at this moment, he was following the law that this picture made. So he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, well, in that case, you can at least say the dispatcher broke the law then.
Yeah. Furthermore, you may continue to prove your loyalty to us by taking your stallions and hunting down the neighbors and fleeing our glorious city. Also, because you are telling a blind lie to them, they might be giving you some leeway. They might be not as
Wary?
not as wary of you anymore. This actually might prove useful for you. I noticed how Gimbal's eye prepared suddenly grow very small due to his intense surprise. Once again, I don't know if anything else has prepared other than the eye.
That means the smallest part of the eye that can grow and shrink.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it sounds like, oh, that would be leg prepared and hand prepared. It would specify that eye prepared.
Notice how Grimwald's eye suddenly grows. Aye.
Aye, Captain. Yes, me, sure. Are you serious, Molly? Why so serious? You refer me just like that? Once again, you did nothing. And
you can see why Grimwald might think that his liege here in Nanpur would have taken this personally. There's that too. And based on that expectation, this is surprising him.
I think my duty and love and serve this nation very seriously. I saw him then asked, can you say the same? I mean, he definitely seen the word game.
The word you almost said would be really funny. Let me read that with that mistake in place. I take my duties to protect and serve this nation very curiously. Nobody can figure it out.
No. You must actually make it more definitely. And think about my overlap before he looks back at me. And goes living his mind. Goes living his mind and mouths to me, I said. I imagine him like,
Yeah.
Money! Nothing would please me more than to have you get rid of this folding trash, the shortness and flavors. And it would be a lot to quite frankly, or if I want, to have you take down this picture. I have no idea how you would do that, but I would have.
Yeah, that part, which you just guessed, is probably coming up.
Do stuff on me with the right. But can you do it? You have no idea how powerful he is, even if he gets hurt alone. Yeah, game what, but you have no idea how powerful the Sultan is either. I would actually say that even the Sultan himself doesn't know how powerful he is.
Oh, Swifthoof is probably quite the advantage in this situation in the daylight.
And once again, I'm calling it now, before anything else. It's not like he has to have that thing on his horn. Pure magic. Pure magic discharge is still a powerful move. It can be used as an attack in situations like that. And we have seen Temple Shadow use it very well.
Yep.
This could be augmented by inventive alien from Beyond the Stars. At him. You will widen his eyes in surprise as he asks, "Are you sure, Mandy?" No matter I will dismiss your case as far-fetched, but of the things I have seen him being able to do, I can't write anything off the table anymore. However, there's a legend or whatever guide of London. He certainly resembles now. The Lich King. Also, I told them the stars are actually just little marks in the sky. I used to look at him and I tell him, I know, but trust me, he is not. The message and weaknesses are very similar. However, we can exploit them. If you don't mind me asking, Mandy, how do you know all this? You were texted in the home, I tell him something reassuring. How? I am the Sultan. Because I met another alien from beyond the stars and come to our aid, getting rid of the other hostile alien. I tell him. That's sort of his job? More to say he told me, I guess. I mean, in the sense that is kind of a crossover between DC and here. Like George Jones going to the Earth to stop the Deathstroke. The Deathstroke, or what was his name? The
John
Deathstroke.
Jones? The Green Motion he's talking about?
Yeah.
He was there to help stop the White Martians.
Yeah,
which
that's
also
one.
invaded his world.
Yeah, that's what I told
Mostly successfully, I'll add.
Yeah.
With one exception, the one that joined the Teen Titans is a member of that species, but she turned out to be nice.
I mean, if they are nice, then why stop? Because that was his eyes as he inquired cautiously. And are you sure you can trust this being, Mandy? Also, how he me so sure that he is what he claims he is? I mean, yeah, you don't really want to say your ability right now.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess you're calling it there. Read the
I
next
mean, he
paragraph.
can, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Especially because yeah, the dispatcher, I mean, Gilmore actually sent his allegiance into you, but the dispatcher can still hypnotize him, after all.
Yeah. He's definitely not a spawn though. He traveled in the daylight too often. But he was right there next to the dispatcher who was capable of doing that all that time.
Yeah, and even Hoof, and I say, I better keep how I know this confidential for now. Good. But suffice to say, I'm sure, Captain, we get on his rod, his motives, and his means to help us solve the problem. About the other alien who was with him, though, I'm not sure. You must on time as he arrived and said, Millet and May, we can use all the help we can get. The lawyer truly have. In this case, is there other way I can serve you by leash? Actually, this special might be nice, because another reason. Maybe you can make sure no other guard gets in your our way. You can also provide us with a valuable backup when we do confront your former employer. There might be other things you can do for us. Quote. Name it. You want invite. Discord. I named it. Or you can get into some trouble. You know where we can find a hidden mass sphere in this cathedral. I think it's with the captain. I have to bring up this scene even for a second. Where do you think the mass sphere is? Probably in the middle of the cathedral. I gave it the captain. I suppose everything the captain looked of confusion for a no to my question. But he said he can. Indeed, I don't know why it is hidden. But what of it, Miley? How can it help? The saying that that is one of the conditions of the confirmation of our alien manufacturer. I explained to him. It would also neutralize a critical advantage this special would have had. You think he would be greater than that with take a hold of Princess Celestia? Then you don't know, then you don't want to, any idea what he could do with that fast sphere. Suffice it to say, it could urgently become a problem for us unless we secure it first. If we do, we will also secure the help of a valuable ally as well. We will also gain a safe means to dispose of this potential super weapon. Wait! A weapon? You're wondering. In this case, because we just use it around this picture? Yes. If you want to wipe out half of Expressio with it, then yes.
And also, if you want to shrink to a tiny, itty bitty little size. Phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty little oily space.
Oh, wait. This is Disney as well? I didn't even know. Anyone Disney.
Yeah, the whole franchise from that, Honey, I Shrunk Something, it was been part of. Wait, was it part of Disney? I guess it was. Um, anyway, that statement is kind of redundant. You think your honey wouldn't have known this? Well, now she knows who to blame.
Yeah. Olivia too and are able to answer him. But we need to figure it first. After we more noting and understanding, as he said. Understood, my liege. Allow me to show it to you right away. And he just steps away. Goes back there. in the light. In the limelight. In the middle of the cathedral.
Well, there's not many chapters left of this arc, so you could maybe predict he's going to be they're going to be successful at least with this part of the plan. Um, but anyway, what do you think of this chapter?
I mean, for all I
Pretty much-
know, the thing might happen. Of course, it probably won't happen. But there is a chance that they don't succeed. The doctor will have to leave. And everyone dies.
Well, you might think an item like that the master would be interested in, and we know that he knows about it. Uh, as far as this chapter is concerned, it's mostly confirmed theories you had a long time ago, but then it goes on to explain why it's the case. So, what do you think about that?
It can be very strange for Game World to realize that Reston is actually working with with you as well. I mean, he is not in the clear yet.
Maybe, and there's one. You can't call that a pony of interest because it is close to a subject of interest for dispatcher.
I mean, I did call Reston Iago and also a move at the same time.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters here. It's kind of a combination, so it's not a straight up match for the Aladdin movie. But you can definitely see the similarities too.
I mean, once again, I might be wrong. And that is just a theory, remember? That,
Okay, yeah.
and also, I think, what ifs. And there are a lot of theories that are still standing to this day. Not a theory, but even in my polling that was not mentioned at all. But undisputed. Like Celestial lying about Alicross not being able to bond.
Anyway, as far as your guesses for this arc concerned, you've found you got one home run right here. So let's see. We'll have to see if you have any more.
I mean, this one I was 1% sure. Or at least 99% sure that Game was actually just playing the case and recognizing the truth. I didn't know he was part of it before or not.
I didn't think it was that obvious, but you do have an investigative mind. As you've been watching a lot of those court cases things, and they presenting evidence, and you gotta do a lot of critical thinking.
I mean,
about that.
I am literally playing them.
Right. So that kind of mentality you probably bring into this story, and it's causing you to at least come up with some theories. Some of them are accurate, some of them are not.
So yeah, you can tell I am playing them.
Right, yeah. Good job with this one.
But yeah, Game was gonna be a good help, even though I call it now. He will be hypnotized when facing the video, and he will probably restrain or attack them.
Yeah, that could be the case, despite what the doctor said, because the doctor was aware that they do have that problem with that particular ability, and he claims he has a way to handle it. But all he said so far was, "I have a plan."
I mean, he can act like being hypnotized.
Uh-huh.
We know
If
he has a
somehow...
22 level. So that's
Well,
absolutely
actually...
thing.
well, no, he doesn't right now, but he
Wait,
probably will soon.
wait. The doctor doesn't have his screwdriver? Oh yeah, because
Swift has it.
yeah, I have
He
one.
and he's one of the rare characters who can actually use it with a similar level of skill as the Doctor, but that's only because of his unique abilities.
That might actually be a plan. That the master is still a wild card.
Yeah.
But nothing that is.
Yeah, hence the name of the arc.
And we don't know if he's actually trying to work with Yara, or the whole plan is just to make him think that he's working with him.
You can say the same thing about him and the Doctor. You might trying to make the Doctor think he's working with him, but he could be up to his own plans. And that is well in character. Yes, so hence he's the wild card for sure. You could see an advantage for the Master either way.
But this is the thing. The master doesn't know that Doctor doesn't have the Sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, because the Doctor's clever.
And
I'm
we
not
are
saying the
gonna...
Master. I'm not saying the Master isn't, but we know for sure, and it's even further confirmed that Doctor's very clever because he's there proving it episode after episode, unless some bad writers are behind him.
We are gonna bring up Wagner again. So, I told you to take the weapons away. It's gonna be the same thing with the Sonic screwdriver.
In the rare times that the Doctor is written badly, you can say the same thing about the entire episode and all the characters in it. Because if the writer is responsible, then the other characters could be dumb too. And maybe dumber than the Doctor, and that in comparison tries to make him look smart.
I'm bringing up something that I shouldn't. Rainbow Fuzz.
Alright? Rainbow Fuzz?
Rainbow Fuzz. The episode that doesn't exist.
Okay.
I'm talking about bad writing character.
Yeah.
I remember when they did Rainbow Dash Dirty in that one. But yeah. So we are heading towards, I mean, I don't know if you are actually gonna show us how they get this sphere or not. But they are heading towards the metal. Very close.
Yeah, you could see how as you pretty much said, the story is wrapping up to its conclusion, to its final climax. Because now that they got Grimwald on their side, they could just pretty much march straight to the final boss without being interfered with along the way. Because Grimwald is in charge of the other guards here. Which leaves maybe the Dispatcher to be questionable, and maybe also the Master.
There you go.
Funny enough, I wasn't looking at the screen while you typed that, so I'll have to take a look at that. And now the text is too small. But don't worry, I'll be able to read it later. You are pretty much one of the only ones commenting on the story anymore.
It's fine.
But there are other readers. I've noticed when I look at the story stats, there's like a certain day in the week that readership, for some reason, suddenly spikes on that day.
I mean, probably when they have time. It's funny, it doesn't seem that much, but we have gone so far.
Yeah. You should check out how many episodes you have just on your reading here, because some of these chapters you broke it up in multi-parts, which actually makes it more recordings here than there are chapters. You have over 100 on this story already.
Yeah, I mean...
And all of that occurred in about 1 year.
By the end of the year, it seems like we will have to make a little bit of stop and wait for more episodes to come out. I know they are being muted. and there
Yeah,
are some in the.
we actually, you've got a couple of decisions when you reach that point, and it could come up. Either you just allow you to read and even record the chapters that are not posted yet,
No, I can.
and that, but or you can shift to some of the other stories,
It's
some of which
probably
are
gonna
even.
be in a thing about we are having an arc change like here. I told before that, and then wait for the
The
fourth chapter.
the last chapter here is the end of the arc. Right after that, there begins another one.
I mean, I don't know that for now. I know,
It's
but
true. I'm posting chapter one of a new arc tomorrow.
I mean, by the time we will definitely see it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can go by later. If I catch up, we can go arc by arc.
Okay.
And you know, I do have a lot of justice. I do have more than a movie which we stopped for a second, for a long second, and we still have some other stories like Force Ways and Shadow Queen, the other way, way around.
Those are really good. I don't even know which order to suggest them in. But the Shadow Queen came earlier, insofar as when I wrote it.
Once again, we are way too far away for us to decide that.
Yeah.
I am very slow on getting to all of these, but I'm enjoying it, and hope everyone else enjoys it as well.
But overall, you've been catching up. I think you've been proceeding faster than I've been writing it.
I mean, I'm
I'm
definitely
not.
putting slow on Hospital of Justice.
Yeah, but we're still making progress.
It
We're
is,
right.
I'm almost the fact that I prefer shorter chapters, like 3 to 5,000 are perfectly fine with me. I can do it in 1 or 2 things. Hospital of Justice I have a problem with because it is death in method, and it is a long, by chapters.
Just a
Like,
little bit harder to catch up to where we left off too. You actually have
yeah.
to copy the sentences and write it off manually off to the side, but it's because of the format of the website. That's not the author's fault.
I mean, the other websites where it is, I can show you like this. It's even worse. Because I can't even, I'm trying to,
Yeah. Oh, ouch.
highlight anything. You can't even highlight anything. You can't even, it has a copy,
Yeah, it's
look.
trying to promote you to copy the text.
This is the other site where they are in. So this is really better. But if I don't use, the raid mode, it does this. Oh, now it might be a raid mode. Oh. I mean, I know we are not in the right one.
By the way, are we doing this tonight? If you're doing this story in a few hours, coming up.
Yeah, we are gonna have a very short one. Because, you know,
And,
we were at the end, but that's fine. We can do the short one today.
well, in that case, I know to set the alarm for that too. Unless I'm sleeping that during that time, but I'll still want the alarm itself ready. You have any final thoughts about this chapter?
I mean, no, not really. We will see what happens next. I mean, everything went as I thought it would. Human is
Yeah.
now,
So
it was definitely waiting for this, for the time to present itself when he can swap sides.
well, you see why he made this confession now when he has Princess Ariosa standing right beside Nanpor, who pretty much told him, "Yeah, you're the Sultan." So like, okay, that's not a secret anymore. But he had other reasons too. Like, I'm actually loyal to you. I love what you did with Red Star, and Dispatcher, he scares me.
I mean, yeah, that was the whole thing. If you are ruling with fear,
Nah.
they will. The moment you waver, or the moment the opportunity proves to be an extra opportunity, they will start sign.
Yep. Yep, that's the flaw of a typical villain, and when they make this
But yeah,
try to rule through fear.
we are
Right.
gonna stop right here and
Right.
come back in the night. I mean, for some people it's not the night. For some people it's the morning. But in what is that? 10 hours? Oh wait, I don't even know how long it is.
7-ish hours from now. This will be the next reading.
7? Really? Is it 7?
Well, I have midnight here, and you usually read at 8:30, so it's about almost 8 hours from now.
Oh yeah, it's around those, yeah. Around 8 hours from now. Okay, yeah. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time. Also, just so you know, tomorrow, we're continuing
Okay.
this one.
Also, what are we doing with the reaction for the next death battle?
I don't know yet, because remember yesterday I couldn't do anything.
All right. All right. Well, let me know whenever you do have plans for that.
Okay?
All right. Bye bye,
Okay.
and thank you for the reading.
See you next time. Bye bye. With more sharks.